I feel so unsure. I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind a silver screen and all its sad goodbye. So I'm never going to dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. It's easy to pretend, but I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste a chance that I'd been given. I'm never going to dance again the way I danced with you. Time can never mend the careless whisper of a good friend. To the heart and mind, ignorance is kind. There's no comfort in the truth. Pain is all you'll find. I'm never going to dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. It's easy to pretend, but I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste a chance that I'd been given. I'm never going to dance again the way I danced with you. Tonight the music seems so loud, I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way, we hurt each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good together, could have danced this dance forever, but now, who's going to dance with me? Please stay. I'm never going to dance again, guilty feet have got no rhythm. It's easy to pretend, but I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste a chance that I'd been given. I'm never going to dance again the way I danced with you. I'm never going to dance again, guilty feet have got no rhythm. It's easy to pretend, but I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste a chance that I'd been given. I'm never going to dance again the way I danced with you. Yeah. All right. Good. Thank you.
So what's your name?
I'm Richard Evans, and everybody calls me Taff because I come from Wales.
So did you grow up in Wales?
I did, yes.
How long have you been in Cambridge for?
For about a year and a half, quite by accident. I was working in North Norfolk, and I had a little portfolio of jobs and a caravan which I lived in, and then COVID happened and there was a lockdown. Caravan sites were closed and the council moved me into a hostel which was full of the most degenerate and violent people I've ever had the misfortune to meet in my life. And I've met some fairly unusual people, but these people were beyond the limits that I could cope with. So one Saturday morning I took a backpack on my guitar and I walked out of Norwich, and I was picked up on the road. I was hitching and a lady stopped and picked me up. So I gave her a stern lecture about personal safety and picking up strange men on the side of the road. And she brought me to Cambridge and gave me £60 and dropped me off here on Saturday afternoon. So I had no intention of coming here. It was a surprise. Definitely. It was very nice.
And you stayed?
I stayed. I've been very welcome here. I've been very kindly treated on the streets, and I met some nice people. And the support that has been offered to homeless people here has been very helpful, so it's good.
Were you working as a musician before?
No. I was working as a kind of general builder and construction labourer and handyman. Sheringham is, there are a lot of elderly people there who have holiday lets, so I had a very lucrative portfolio of little jobs, just doing things for people who are not able to do it for themselves. It was good. It was a shame to lose this, but a lot of people had a lot worse from COVID, so hey.
Would you go back to that job?
I'm not sure, you know. I love the music, but it is a hobby. There are many musicians better than me, but I think I am very good at writing, and this is what I want to do. So really I would rather find a more sedentary and settled lifestyle that can support me and allow me time to write. That's what I would really like to do. So that's my ideal.
Do you have both of your parents growing up?
Yes, yes. I have a multitude of parents. I had my mother and my father, and why they ever thought domestic bliss was going to result from their marriage, I have no idea. They were otherwise intelligent people, and they split up. And my father married again, so then I had a stepmother as well, very fine Protestant German lady. And then my mother returned to her relationship from here. She went to university here in Cambridge. And so then I had another mother as well, so I had three mothers. Very good. Only one left now.
Do you have, would you say, a happy childhood?
Yes, definitely. Very happy, very loving environment, very supportive, yeah, I was very lucky. Definitely.
What education do you have?
Well, I've been the entire spectrum of the British education system. I've been to private school, I've been to skate school, and I've been to prison, so I've learned everything.
Did you go to prison?
Yes, complicated misunderstanding about the Misuse of Drugs Act, very unfortunate.
Do you want to talk more about it?
Well, it was just so silly. I was in rural Wales and I became addicted, I got myself addicted to drugs. And it turns out that drug addicts are actually very, very bad at organising drugs. And it just became easier and easier for me to do it for everybody. And then before you know, oh my God.
What drugs do you use?
It was heroin and cocaine. And luckily I've now here in Cambridge, I've found the help that I've needed for a long time. And it's now nearly a year since I last took heroin. I'm very pleased with myself.
1 year.
I'm on a prescribed course of medication to help with this, so I'm still opiate dependent. But this is now, a clinically prescribed treatment program rather than a kind of ad hoc.
Do you think there is a good support system for drug addicts in Cambridge?
Yes, if you require it, if you are prepared and you want the help and you are prepared to engage with them, yes, absolutely yes, definitely. This is a miracle. I mean, I don't mean I was taking a bit of heroin, I don't want to boast, but maybe not many people had the life I had, and I was powerfully addicted to heroin.
And what made you become a heroin addict?
I have a terrible mental weakness. I think I am clever. So I think, well, I can do this. I will not become addicted like these foolish people. I'm special. So that didn't work out quite the way I was hoping maybe it would do. So next thing, very, very addicted to heroin. Children, job, cannot afford. So I can't. I'm not any sort of criminal. I don't steal or no violence. So there's only one way.
Do you have children?
Yeah. Definitely. I'm very, very proud. Oh yes, definitely. Yes, I have a very good relationship. Yes, my daughter is the pride of my life, definitely. She is in university now, following her grandfather's footsteps in some form of environmental conservation. And yeah, it really is. It's a real blessing, definitely. I think she grew up wonderful in spite of me rather than because of me.
What 3 words would you use to describe being homeless?
Lonely, cold, and unnecessary.
Good words. What is the best thing that happened to you this week?
The best thing that happened to me this week? I was in the chemist one morning to pick up the prescription, and I was stood at the counter, and somebody who was so wrapped up in scarves and hats I genuinely did not recognise who it was, called my name and put £10 on the counter, said there we go, and scuttled off. I have no idea who it was. It was a very nice surprise, definitely.
There's good people.
Yes, absolutely, definitely. Yes, just because somebody takes hard drugs, this does not mean they are a bad person. Hard drugs are powerful, so there are a lot of bad and weak people addicted to hard drugs, but it does not. The fact that somebody is a drug addict does not necessarily mean they are a bad person.
What is the hardest thing about being homeless?
being lonely. Definitely.
Do you feel lonely?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have any friends around?
Well, yes. I mean, friendship is a difficult word. The drug and street community, there is only one qualification for entry, and that is to taking drugs. So there are relationships that are, for the most part, friendly because I'm an amicable and sociable person, but these are not deep emotional bonds. These are very casual and practical relationships, not meaningful ones.
What makes you feel safe on the streets?
I don't feel particularly imperiled. I don't. Other people, I suppose. Yeah, other people.
What is your biggest fear?
Old, alone, done for.
Where would you like to be in a year's time?
I really like Cambridge. I had no intention of coming here, and I have somehow. I feel very comfortable here. I'm very at home, and it's a very beautiful place, and very good cultural facilities, and I want to stay here. I would like to try and get my own flats, which is difficult, and some sort of job that can provide an income that will allow me to spend more time writing. That's where I think I'm heading anyway.
That's great. So you're on your way of getting out of the situation.
I hope so, yes, definitely. One thing the last few years has taught me is you never know what's around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Anything can happen. What would you like people to know about homeless people and their situation?
I think I would like people to know that whilst there are obvious dangers and complications to engaging in any way with homeless people, I would like people to know that there is an entire spectrum of humanity that is embroiled in that situation, and the fact that somebody is homeless, again, does not necessarily mean that they are a bad or weak person.
Do you think there is a lot of stigma?
Yes,
around?
yes, definitely. And this is understandable, but yes, definitely. There is a general assumption if somebody is homeless, they're either alcoholic or drug crazed or in other ways somehow socially inept or disqualified, and they represent to many people threats.
Do you think the homeless are persecuted or portrayed unfairly in the media?
I don't think so, no. I think what coverage there is of the issue is by and large fairly balanced, and people try to approach what media people, when they are reporting the issue, they try to approach it in an open-minded way, generally speaking. Again, there are exceptions to this, but yeah, generally think, that's...
What problems do you think the system faces in helping the homeless people?
The main problem is that the people who really need help are the hardest to engage with the system. You know, people like me really need more a kick up the backside than anything. Get on with it, boy, pull your socks up, get a move on. Now, there are some people who are simply not equipped, not able to engage, to find the services they need to help them, to fit in with the model of help that is provided. There are people with complex and multiple issues who are frightened and lonely and traumatized, and as a result they are defensive, they can be aggressive and violent, they can be extremely difficult to form any kind of relationship with that can enable any sort of engagement, and that is a real problem, because that is what happens then, is that the majority of the help gets directed to the people who least need it and the people who really are incapable and properly vulnerable. If they're male, they wind up getting wasted, and if they're female, they wind up getting exploited, and they are the people who really need help, and they're the hardest ones to help.
Do you think some homeless people are homeless by choice?
There are, yes, not many. That does happen, but it is very rare. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it depends what you mean by choice. You know, there is a category in the system of intentionally homeless. This can be applied to somebody who has failed to meet the system requirements for one reason or another. It may not be necessarily that this person has voluntarily chosen to be without shelter and without support. It may be that their mental health or their substance abuse issues or other problems have found them in a situation that the system is unable to deal with, and they very often get defined as intentionally homeless when, as I say, they are often the people who most need help.
Is there anything else you would like us to know?
I think I don't know what to say. I think, generally speaking, people are kind and generous and want to help, but the stigma of alcohol and drug-related problems makes people very cautious and apprehensive about engaging on a personal level, and the systemic help provided has been outsourced by councils and local authorities to private organisations that are legally defined as charities but are in fact businesses. So charity has become a business, and I think that is a structural problem within society that needs to be addressed in the long term, yes.
If you get some money, how would you use that money?
At the moment, if I got some money, I would use it to find myself a flat. I'm in a hostel at the moment that was provided for the winter, so in a couple of weeks that accommodation will terminate. So I'm at the moment trying to find any job. Maybe McDonald's will give me one. I go and have an interview with them tomorrow. I need
Good
to
luck.
find somewhere quick, you know, so that would be my immediate reaction to that. In the long term, I would use it, as I say, to help me establish that lifestyle that I'm looking for, where I can write.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Not at all.
Have good luck with everything.